Sir, what's going on here?
What?
Who is this guy?
We're protesting against Gavin McInnes.
Who is he?
Who is he? He's an awful, awful white nationalist, like pig of a man.
Really? What is he? What's his deal? What does he do?
Well, he founded Vice magazine, which itself is a crime against humanity, and he also just turned out to be like a talking head, like milquetoast racist.
What sort of stuff does he say?
He says,
Or has he said?
He's your typical anti-feminist, like white guys have it so hard these days, and he founded this thing called the Proud Boys, which are basically a bunch of man-children who aren't able to adapt to like a changing society, complaining about it and whining about the good old days that they never had.
Have you watched his videos?
Yes, I have.
Wow. You too, miss?
Yeah. I watched them before I came here. I mean, I'm not so upset at Vice. I'm more upset at the fact that he thinks that Nazis are something we just have to live with now as part of a free country. And
He said that Nazis. What did he say about
he
Nazis?
said if you can't deal with Nazi culture, you should move to North Korea, which is like one of the funniest comments I've ever heard. In addition to being incredibly stupid.
Wow.
That's on his Twitter feed. That's findable. That's not me making that up.
Yeah, he says
Okay.
perverse. He says like pervert. He takes like general like liberal things and like twists them against them, and he just does it to get attention.
Does he directly incite violence?
Does he directly incite violence?
That's the definition of hate speech.
That is the definition of hate speech. He probably, I mean,
The definition of hate speech.
What is it?
The definition of hate speech
violence isn't
is
necessarily just like physical either. I just want to say,
Well,
violence.
yeah.
Yeah, violence can.
Well, I'm talking about like physical violence.
I think it's
definition of
like
hate
physical
speech
violence, yes.
is hate speech that empowers hatred against other people.
Well, that could be anything. I mean, that's subjective, isn't it?
No.
It's just me. It's just my personal vlog.
Okay, well, you should put.
I'm completely objective. I have no bias.
What's the name of your blog?
Beacon of Light. It's not even up yet. I'm just starting.
Okay,
Right,
well,
right.
For someone just starting.
I'll give you my card.
That's right. Hate speech doesn't mean that someone punches someone in the face. Hate speech means that you're picking out particular groups and with no factual basis speaking about them in a hateful manner that is potentially going to embolden other people to perform violence.
So I think unless you're directly inciting people to commit crimes or hurt people or commit violence, that people should be given the chance to speak, whether you disagree with them or not. And hold on. I think that people should.
we're doing here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people should be allowed to protest peacefully. But what we've seen over here is we saw these guys get assaulted the second they walked into this place, and that's not cool. And I will say, I looked this guy up, and I saw a video of him punching someone else at some rally in D.C. and I thought that was wrong too. I think that if you're not being violent and you're not inciting people and directing people to be violent, that you should be able to say whatever you want.
I think you can say whatever you want, but if what you say causes someone to punch you in the face, maybe you got to own up to that.
Well, but
I
what?
want to think about why someone punches you in the face.
But you're also saying that the causality and the causation of someone punching someone is because of what someone else said. If I told you to go punch someone right now, are you going to do it?
No, I'm saying if you say something that causes someone to punch you in the face, you should maybe recognize that maybe what you're saying is perhaps a little.
Oh, so okay, so other so.
I'm just saying.
Winston Churchill said, and it's correct, everyone has the right to say what they want. It's when people say something back that people get pissed. And this is what this is. This is people saying back to the alt-right and white nationalists, like, we're speaking back to you. Punching is a distraction from what's really happening in this country right now. What's happening in this country right now is that we have an illegitimate president functioning with an illegitimate cabinet who is trying to divide and reimagine the American democracy in such a horrifying way that people are furious. If people want to come out and make $10,000 or $5,000 for a speaking event taking advantage of the fact, I'll stand out here and protest that because that's fucking
NYU
ridiculous.
also says that it's an inclusive, diverse campus, and it wants to
And
say that
here they
supports
are.
liberal free speech. Sure.
And I just saw someone assault a guy with a "Make America Great Again" hat. Do you justify that?
Explain that to me. How do you
That's just
assault?
basically the modern day swastika. It's going to go down history as the modern day swastika.
Even if someone wanted to wear a swastika, is it okay to punch them?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Dude, fuck Nazis.
I agree.
Yeah,
But
I know
why-
why do you think it's okay?
Nazis is where you should end
But
this
but
engagement.
but why do you think it's okay to just
I've
hit
seen
them? If he
I'm
didn't
not
do
saying
anything
that
to
girl
anyone,
would hit them, but like, listen, dude, if you're gonna walk around flaunting your swastika, you're begging for attention. You probably would like getting hit. You're probably a sadomasochist. You probably are into that kind of shit. Like, come on, dude. If you're flaunting around a Nazi, like, let's be real. Like, if you talk about logic and rationality, think of what maybe a Nazi symbol might show
You've
to
got a
somebody.
Freudian.
Yeah.
You've got a Freudian death wish.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man.
I just don't think violence is the answer unless violence is committed in the first place, and it hasn't been. This kid that just walked into this place with a "Make America Great Again" hat was being pushed and assaulted, and he didn't do anything.
Kid, and I'm sure, I'm sure it's a very horrible experience and all that, but you got to think about the systemic violence that's happening under Trump.
Where is that happening?
Where is that happening? It's going to happen when the ACA is repealed and people die.
But where is it happening now? You said
You just killed an 8-year-old girl.
How? When did that happen? I'm not aware.
Yemeni raid. Do you not remember that raid?
No, I don't.
Of course not. So what happened was there's a secret raid that just happened in Yemen.
You know, you're assuming things about me, and you really have no idea. I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. You don't know me.
I'm not.
Well, you said, of course not, as though because I'm asking questions, I wouldn't know about the Yemeni raid. There's a lot of news in the world right now. I read a lot of news. This is all objective. I'm asking questions. I want to see if people's arguments hold up.
Sure.
That's logic.
But when does it? I'm actually. This is done.
All right, that's what I expected.